Hi guys, I'm Joe, or One Man Boycott, and this is a lyric breakdown and hopefully a bit of insight into the song 99. So because I did a live version of 99 from my living room last week, I thought it would be a good little follow-up to do the insight video, the lyric breakdown video for it. So let me just get these lyrics up so I know what I'm looking at. And yeah, I mean, normally I'll try and start these videos with a little bit of insight into the actual track and what I was thinking at the time. And the main thing with 99 is it was me starting to try and test something out, which you'll actually see more of in the next single that's out in May, which is called More to It. So what I was trying to play with was writing a song with algorithms in mind. Now that's not something that I'm going to be doing, it's not something I want to be doing, and it's not something I think is a good idea to do in a sort of creative way, because if you start writing for that kind of reason or external reasons, I think you're right in it changes what you're doing. Like, it changes from you expressing yourself to you trying to game something. Like, yeah, I hope that makes sense. I don't want to stay focused on that point, but that's what I was doing with this one, which is why it's such a short song, and which is why like I cut a load out of it so that it hit the vocals quicker, so that it gets to the chorus quicker as well. And actually, I can't remember the length of the song now. It's like 2 minutes something. It's like 2:20 or something. But if you break down the song where it starts, because those of you that know this about me anyway, I normally start with a chorus idea. I normally have like an idea of a hook, or yeah, like a lyric, or mainly a melody or a vibe to the chorus that I want it to have to put across. And in this one, obviously, it's the shout it out, my guts are spinning separated. It's the it's that. So I thought, I'm writing in this way. I start the first verse with the chorus hook, which is deliberate. So it starts with shake it up just like your boyfriend used to make it. It's exactly the same as the chorus, which actually plays on it messes me up when I'm trying to play it, because I always just go into shake it up in the chorus, which is not the lyric. But yeah, it is that kind of thought process. So you actually get 1, 2, 3, 4 hooks, 4 chorus hooks in the space of 2 minutes. So that's the kind of thought process behind the song, what I was going for. But on top of that, what I wanted to do was write a song that kind of, I knew it was going to be coming out in spring. I knew it was going to be coming out towards like newer, nicer weather. That's why it's called 99. My phone keeps going off, that's why that's cut there. That's why it's called 99, because I wanted it to sound like, I wanted the sound of it to like make it feel like summery, good weather, good times, that kind of thing. And I didn't want to call it something so obvious. So 99 being, I mean, who doesn't know what a 99 is? But it's obviously the ice cream with a flake in it. Where I live, there's this really famous like ice cream brand that goes around in little ice cream vans and does these cones which are sick, and they're like widely accepted as being the best 99 around here anyway. Yeah, that's why it's called 99. So yeah, through the actual lyrics, I don't really remember having a set thing that I was like, I want to write a song about this. Like, it sometimes happens, but I don't remember it being this one. I started off with the chorus, so let's start with the chorus. So it's shout it out, my guts are spilling separated, obviously from yourself. Truth or doubt, I'm not the one that's complicated. Can you feel the energy, the life? I've got this feeling inside, feels like I swallowed the sunshine. Okay, so with the bulk of that chorus, it was written backwards, because I'm not going to lie about this, I was watching what's it called, my wife really likes it, Long Lost Family, that's it, Long Lost Family. I was watching Long Lost Family, and I can't remember like what the story was or whatever, but there was this sweet lady, I think it was like a slightly older lady, and they'd found someone to do with her family, obviously, whether it was her daughter or son or something like that, and they wanted to meet her. And the end of when she was like all super happy about the news that she'd been given, she said, "It feels like I've swallowed the sunshine." And I was like, oh my god, what a lovely little saying or a thing. Like, so I wrote it down straight away and wrote this song off the back of it in terms of lyrically. So that's where that main sort of line of the song comes from, to be honest. It's completely stolen. I don't know, stolen, inspired, I don't know. It's a direct rip, so yeah. You might have to let me know what your thoughts on that are below in the comments. But yeah, so I kind of wrote it backwards from that. And that's what I was trying to get to with the line before. Like, it's not complicated. I wasn't saying about who is or whatever, but it's not complicated. It's like, can you feel the energy and the life? I've got this feeling inside. You know, like when you wake up in the morning and it's like sun's out and you've got something cool on, like maybe you're going to the beach or seeing some friends or whatever it is, you're like, yes, you wake up with that just vigor. Like, that's what I was trying to get at in there. And the whole shout it out before that, the shout it out, my guts are spinning separated, truthful doubt thing. The truthful doubt kind of was just a mechanism to get to the next line. But the guts are spinning separated, that's like being in such that good mood that you just want to explode with it. And you're like, yeah, you want to shout it out to the point where you're like shouting, like coughing your lungs up, shouting that sort of thing. Yeah, so that's the chorus. Let's go back to the first verse. And it sounds really provocative, and it's really not supposed to be. The shake it up just like your boyfriend used to make it. I don't know why, like, that got pointed out to me that it was kind of provocative. I was like, well, it wasn't meant that way. Well, I don't really know what I was getting at with that. I think that was the last line I actually wrote in this verse, in this song. So like, going on from that, the be right out, like we're confessing for the first time, I was trying to think like the feeling the song's about, trying to keep that a secret and being like, you know, like when you're a kid and you know that you're doing something wrong or whatever, and your parents get that sense of you're being naughty, you're doing something, and that kind of feeling of being like a parent will shout and you're like, oh shit, like gingerly walking out of the door or gingerly going to see your parents or whatever. So that's where that comes from. Be right out, like we're confessing for the first time, like a ginger sort of, oh god, never brought up to be naughty, but I'm the wayward one. It's kind of based in fact. Between me and my brother, I am pretty much exactly that to a T. So that's based in fact. I won't confess here like the first time. Like, it sounds cool. A lot of my lyrics end up or start with me going, oh, this sounds pretty cool, use it, and then it's only afterwards I put meaning behind it. That's one of them. I won't confess it like the first time, just revisiting the same idea as the confessing line earlier on. Yeah, and then his chorus. New Beginnings, yeah, okay, so New Beginnings is a song that I probably will play when I start playing live acoustic again. But New Beginnings is a song that, it was kind of like, iconic is a big ass word to use for this, but a band I was in when I was like 16, 17, had a song with my brother, had a song called New Beginnings, and it is a really positive song, and it it has more of a positive effect on me thinking about it and like playing it when I play through it as well. It just feels like it puts me back in a mindset of where I was at the time, which I need a bit more of now, so I kind of drip feed that in. But that's why I mentioned it. New Beginnings got us feeling like we can work it out, and that's literally just a reference to my situation now, like what I'm trying to do here. Take Boycott in a completely same but different sort of, make it as something more than it was before, but also not have it, well, have it built on much stronger foundations, so that I don't end up being in a place where I was a couple of years ago, where I literally can't carry on doing what we're doing and losing a bit of the drive for it and all the rest of those kinds of things, which is why I had the couple of years out, which I need to do another video on, just to put it out there. But anyway, that's where that comes from. It's a reference to what I'm doing now. Kind of got a spinning like the first time. That's again my emotion, kind of like getting worked up, this like positive happy feeling. Second verse, like moving on from that. I'm roller coaster, pin-up poster, not so merry-go-round. Sounds like a ego line. It's not, especially with the pin-up poster thing. I really don't think a lot of myself, but I wanted to work in, I had the line, not so merry-go-round. I had that to start with, and I thought it would be cool to kind of work in fair rides into a line and not make it sound shit. So yeah, on roller coaster, pin-up poster, not so merry-go-round kind of works in that sense, but it also works like for me emotionally, and hopefully you can connect to that as well. Like everyone's has good and bad days, and it's kind of like that. Tell me you can feel it like the first time is again a reference to the mood of the song, to the emotion. It's kind of a song about emotion, I guess, about that like summery feeling. Like I've really gone down the line with it. Chorus again, back to the chorus, shout it out. My guts are spinning separated, yep, all of that. And the break, right, so when I hit the break for this, I wasn't going to have any words in it. It was going to just be, I think I can't remember what it was to start with, but what I decided to do with it was just put some, like it's almost like an exit of the break into like a transition into the last chorus. But the way that I see that as a writer is I see that as I've put a tiny little break in there and then it hits the last chorus. I'll drown you out this time, I can't be dominated. I struggled for so long trying to pick out what word I wanted to use. I'll drown you out this time, I can't be word, right? And the feeling behind that line is that me trying to say drown out the negativity, because I try and take, when I write a break, I try and take like maybe a slightly different take on the song, on the content of the song, try and take a different look, a different angle in the break. Sometimes I do it in verses. If I've got like more than 2 verses, I try and take a different take on it. But with this, I was specifically trying to say I'll drown the negativity out in my head and outside, and I have been doing that pretty well, to be honest, especially through like what's been happening the last couple of years, or last year. So yeah, that's what that line's about. Drown out the negativity. I can't be dominated by that feeling, by that emotion. And to be fair to myself, when I start getting like that, it doesn't last half as long as it used to. I can normally pull myself out of it with the help of some very nice people around me. But yeah, that's what that's about. And then into the last chorus, yeah, to finish it off on that nice positive note. So that's the song. That is the song. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I can like elaborate on, but apart from making a video on how I recorded it or why I came up with the riff, Yeah. And also it's really similar to a different song that I already have. It's basically that song plus a riff is the intro and the outro. So thanks for watching my video. If you're still here, hit the like button. Remember to subscribe too, because I do a video every single week and you'll just get a notification to say, hey, Joe's put a new video up. And we all need that, don't we? Also, I do have a Patreon community that we're trying to grow. I give extra content on there, behind the scenes kinds of stuff. I did a behind the scenes of this before I shot this too. You get extra downloadable content. There's a load of stuff over there. If that's your bag, go and check it out. Links in the description. And either way, I appreciate your support. I'll see you next week. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please drop a like if you do, and remember to subscribe on your way out. Ooh, Tom. Wow.